Welcome back, everyone. It is Friday. Hope your day is going good. And we've done Way Back Wednesdays. We've done Throwback Thursdays. Now we're going to do a Flashback Friday and open two more packs from 1992 Pro Set Winston Cup. Of course, it says Winston Cup, but I believe there are Busch Series drivers and some other drivers in this mix. Of course, this predates the Truck Series. But I do think Bill Venturini may have a card in this set, and he was, of course, an ARCA driver. So I think it's funny that it says Winston Cup and not NASCAR, since it does have Busch Series drivers in this. So it's a photo and stat cards, one Pro Set discount card, blah, blah, blah. Nothing exciting on the back, just your official Pro Set Racing binder, and join the Pro Set Racing Club. So these were... I'm going to say with NASCAR trading cards, people have asked on various platforms like what they feel the junk wax era for NASCAR cards are. And I've always answered maybe 1991 through 1997. Of course, baseball, you could say mid-80s through mid to late 90s. But I think with NASCAR, it's a much tighter window because it is a much newer form of trading cards. But I think in 1991, when Tracks came in, the first three sets of Max I thought were really good. 1991 Max, I honestly thought was a horrible set. Still do. And so I think the junk wax era kind of started there and ended about 97-ish, when they started branching out to Press Pass and Wheels and Pinnacle and all the different brands, and then they all were innovative in their own different ways. But we're going to start off with our first pack with Joe Nemechek, who was the 1992 Busch Series champion. How ironic that it says Winston Cup Racing Cards, and our first card we pull is a Busch Series driver. So Joe Nemechek, who won the title in 92 by 3 points over Bobby Labonte, who was looking to repeat. Here is a Legends, David Pearson. This is an insert set prefixed with the letter L. I think there may have been 25 cards in the set, but 91 had a Legends set, 92 had a Legends set. There still are Legends living in both of those sets, so they'd be very cool to get signed. Rusty Wallace, what's he doing? He's looking over something on his car. Rusty was always a very, very particular about his cars, was a attention to detail kind of guy. Gary Diethart, who was crew chief for Ricky Rudd during this time. Jack Smith, early pioneer of NASCAR. I don't know quite a lot about Jack, but I'll put this up on the screen for everybody. This is one of the Legend inserts. That way folks can learn a little bit about Jack Smith. Up next, Bobby Allison. That'd be a nice one to get TTM. Any Bobby Allison card is nice to get TTM. Sterling Marlin, who was in his second season in 1992 driving for Junior Johnson. Miss Winston, Beth Bruce, I think she may do TTMs. I'm not real sure on that. Dick Brooks, who passed away in the mid-2000s, was a driver. Then he went to work for MRN, and then he became a car owner briefly. Number 4 Kodak film card. This is going to be Ernie Irvin's car. This should give us some information there about the team with Tim Morgan, Larry McClure. A little bit of information there. Dave Marcus, Big Apple Markets Chevrolet that he ran. This was the sponsor he had in 1990 and 1991. 1992 he had a litany of sponsors. Really didn't have anything stable during that time frame. And the Quaker State car number 26 rig. Of course, this would have been Brett Bodine driving at this time, driving the car, not the rig. He only had one Cup win in 1990 and a controversial scoring issue race at North Wilkesboro Speedway. We'll get our wrapper off. I really didn't show you the little piece because there's not much to show about it. It does have the 1992 TNN NASCAR Cup Series, Busch Series, and the Winston Drag Racing TV schedule. I'm going to start off with Mark Martin. It's a pretty cool card. Him just kind of sitting on the roof. Looks like it's at Daytona, maybe, based on the wall. Hard to tell. Don't have a lot else to go after. Next card is Jeff Bodine after his fall win at Charlotte in 1991, the Mellow Yellow 500, his only win in 1991. We have Cale Yarborough with his driver for 1992, Chad Little. That lasted 5 races. Chad was released. Bobby Hillin drove at North Wilkesboro in the spring, and then Jimmy Hensley took over for the balance of the season and ended up winning Rookie of the Year to become the second oldest Rookie of the Year driver. Another Ricky Rudd card. Look at how archaic the insides of those cards are. Just they had a 5-point harness. Look at this little strap that goes around his helmet to kind of help keep his head up. Open face helmet, goggles, no gloves. So different times. A lot different times. Skull Classic, Rick Mast. This was Richard Jackson's Oldsmobile. Quasi-teammate to Harry Gant. Jackson Brothers did run Skull cars, but one was run in Asheville, North Carolina. The other, I can't remember where the other team was run out of. Let's see if it tells us. It does not tell us. But one team was run out of Asheville. The other team, another location. So they were just teammates by, I can't even say by brand, really, but they were corporate teammates, I guess is a good way to put it. David Green, 1991 runner-up for Busch Series Rookie of the Year behind Jeff Gordon. David did have a win in 1991 driving for Philmar Racing. He sat out most of 1992 without a ride and come back full-time in 1993 driving for Bobby Labonte's team in the 44 car. There's Fearless Freddie Lorenzen, Golden Boy Freddie Lorenzen, first driver to win over $100,000 in a single season. Up next is Morgan Shepherd, driver of the Wood Brothers car at this time. 4 career wins for Morgan, 3 of those coming at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Larry Mack, of course, if you watch the channel regularly, you've seen we had a TTM back from Larry Mack. Got 4 cards back from him. Pretty cool. Thank you, Mr. McReynolds, for that. Right behind it, we have the hauler that he was the crew chief for the team of, Davey Allison's Texaco Haviland Ford. I always like this paint job on the rig with the car set in a little blaze trail there. Thought that was a very innovative paint scheme for a rig. Up next is Buddy Baker, Neil Bonnet, Mike Joy, TNN Winston Cup announcers. Looks like you got some other announcers in the back there for maybe other affiliations, radios, press, etc. That gives you... And our final card is Larry Pearson, the 1986 and 87 Busch Series champion. Ranked second or third, I can't remember which, for Cup Series Rookie of the Year in 1989. But this was his time driving for Larry Hedrick with the Kellogg's car. So I think it's funny. They have a picture here of him from, I'm going to say, like 91. And then this picture is 1989 or prior. I can't tell if that's his Busch Series or his Cup Series picture. But I just think that's kind of funny that they used a different picture on the front and on the back, or at least from different years altogether. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little blast from the past, 1992 Pro Set Racing. Very cool set. We're not going to get anything worth a lot of money in here unless we pull, I think it's the Dale Earnhardt hologram. I've never pulled one of those, never even owned one, but it'd be cool to pull one, so we're going to keep trying. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. Like the likes, like the subs, like the comments, etc., etc. Keep it all coming, and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.